In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Cut Plane tool here inside Bamboo Studio. Now, I'm using Bamboo Studio, but this process is about the same in Orca, Cura, Prusa, Creality Print. They all have a similar feature. And what we're looking to do is take the 26 and the class of and make it a different color. So basically, we're left with two options. We could use the paint feature to paint the faces of what we want to be a different color, which I would almost never suggest. I would never suggest using the paint tool unless you had a very deliberate need to do it. But in our case, we can change the color of these objects very quickly and easily using the Cut Plane tool. So let me show you how this works. A couple of things to point out. Currently, if we look at our model here, it says it's an assembly. All right, but it's not actually assembly. This is just a name. So we'll just call it hype, for example. That's just the name of the object. It is just one singular object. It's not an assembly. But if you download a model off of MakerWorld or something and you select it and it only has one object, that does not mean you can't split it apart. So do keep that in mind. So we're going to go ahead and right click here and you will see that we are given the option to split this model. All right, and that's because I joined this model together inside Bamboo Studio. But we're going to assume that you don't have that option. We don't have the option to split it. How would you take care of this? Well, again, it's pretty straightforward. We simply select our piece here, our model. We'll go to the Cut Plane tool. It's going to want to cut this always starting out in the middle of the model in terms of the Z height. So for this first cut, we're good to go right there. So make sure the cut to parts is turned on and we're going to perform a cut. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to cut it again. But notice now we actually do have an assembly. So when we use that Cut Plane tool, we will have an assembly. So let's go back here and choose it again. But this time we have to move it up. All right, and we have this little yellow cube here. We're going to pull it up till we get that. You see how it's showing us the outline of the 2/6 in the class of. So we'll go ahead and do cut to parts and choose perform cut. And it says that this could create issues. Do you want to fix it? Sure. Depending on the complexity of our model will depend on how long that repair takes. In this case, it didn't take very long at all. So now we can go ahead and delete the center object altogether. So we'll just go ahead and get rid of it. And then let's go ahead and recolor the top. We'll just hit 2 on our keyboard because we have purple filament selected. So that's more or less kind of what we're looking at. But I want to make a couple of changes here because I just want you to understand how you could make these changes if so desired. So what if we wanted the class of a different color than the 2/6? Well, in that scenario, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and select this and we're going to right click and now we can split two objects. So now we're going to go ahead and split it and everything's going to go crashing down to the floor here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this, right? And then we're going to go ahead and split that. So if we right click here, you'll see another option to split to objects. Okay. So now that is also split. Now, if you select those purple objects, you'll see that's a piece of the 2/6. That's a piece of the class of. So we could just name that CL. Sometimes that's helpful. Or we could just name it anything. Okay, now that's not a piece that we need. That is a piece that we need. And so you can see I'm just literally clicking here and just give it anything. Just put a letter in there. It doesn't matter. What is this piece? That's not a piece of the lettering. That's not. That's not. That's not. That's not. That isn't. So we just work our way up here. That isn't. That isn't. That isn't. That is. So we'll just give it a letter. And then that. So now what we could go is just click all of our letters through here. And now we have our class of text. Okay, so now what we could do is we can come into our mesh boolean and we'll do union and we'll go ahead and choose execute. And now with that new we can go ahead and just change that to, well, we could do class of. Let's do that. Okay. So now everything that's left there is part of the numbers. So we'll go ahead and select all those, and we'll do a union there as well. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and type in numbers. Now, we can introduce a third filament color here. So for example, we might introduce white. So let's go ahead and do that. And then the class of can become white. So we'll do color number 3. The other thing that we might want to do is have the numbers. Let's go ahead and scale those to 2 millimeters thick. Let's go ahead and do class of 3 millimeters thick. And then let's do our back plate. That's what this is. So we could go ahead and name it that. Okay, and let's go ahead and make that 6. I usually make my back plates on my height chains either 6 or 8. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to set our class of and our number on top of our back plate. And this part does take a little bit of understanding, but it is pretty straightforward. And so what we're going to do here is we know that this is 2 millimeters thick. Half of 2 is 1. Our back plate is 6. So when we get move, and we're going to want to set the world coordinate. But we can't actually set a world coordinate at this point. We cannot set a z value because these pieces are not part of an assembly. So we'll select all of our pieces and click merge, and now they are in fact part of the assembly. So now we can go to our move tool, world coordinates, that z will be 7. 6, 7. See there? So now that is sitting on top. Again, our back plate is 6. Our text is 2. Half of 2 is 1. 6 and 1 is 7. Okay? So for the class of, we decided we want that to be 3. Slightly more. So in that scenario, half of 3 is 1.5 plus 6, 7.5. So we'll go to the move tool, world coordinates, 7.5. Okay? So there you go. So now this is slightly proud and just by 1 millimeter thicker, and there is our hype chain. So now what we want to do, I always like to go ahead and slice it and double check things in the slicer. So let's do it. Let's go ahead and slice this plate. And the main thing that we're looking for here is the number of color changes. This is what's really important because color changes can affect and do affect the amount of time it takes for us to print. So it can be kind of a big deal. But in this case, you see we have 12 color changes. Well, why? Why do we have 12 color changes? Because we have white and purple on the same layer. But our first 6 millimeters, we're going to have no color. So let's go ahead and scroll down. You can see this is going to take three hours to print, 3 hours, 22 minutes to print because it's a pretty large hype chain. But if we come down here to the 6 millimeter mark, see right there, okay? That's the majority of our model, and you can see that there is no color information at this point. When we move to the next layer, boom, we have both white and purple. And then on the next layer, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, right? All the way up, right? Until now our purple is done when we get up here, right? And then now we just have white only the rest of the way. So not too bad, but that is how to set it up when you have multiple colors here, but you want to minimize the number of color changes. That's the way to handle it, okay? So that is the cut plane tool here in Bamboo Studio. Until next time, thanks for watching.